Lunges are an amazing tool for building your legs. So here's how to do them in the best way in order to focus on building muscle. So important thing about lunges is everybody's going to have a different range of motion. So stay within your range of motion. Now you'll see me, I will go knees over the toes quite a bit. Now if you're just starting out, that may not be where you're able to control. So if it gives you pain, don't go that far. Try to, if going over the toes gives you pain, then come back from that. But in general, still the principles, no matter where your range of motion is, the same principles are going to apply, where we need to actively slow down, especially on the lowering portion of that lunge, actively pull ourselves into position, and then also obviously always actively squeeze the muscles we want, contract them, and come back up. So we're never passive, always working throughout the whole range of the motion. So this is what it looks like. And so here, especially on that lowering portion, I'm going to go very slow, 3-4 seconds into position, and I'm pulling myself into position. Right? I'm not just falling and jamming my knee forward. No, that's going to cause pain. That's not good. But if I am actively pulling myself, I'll never go past what I'm able to do. So pulling myself into position, there it is, kind of giving a nice little pause at the bottom. Now I'm going to squeeze. I'm going to try to use my quads on this, squeeze my quads, contract this to this right here. Boom. Come back up. Now, I'll do that again just to show it. But so again, I'm going to lower, nice and slow pull. Boom. Contract. Another very important piece of this puzzle with lunges is that we talked about the intention of when we lower, right? Actively under tension lower. But we also want to have tension this way. So think about if I had a spring in between my knees, even though they're not together, right? They're split. But if I had a spring here and I'm compressing it a little bit to create tension. So I'm lowering under control, but I'm also squeezing together. So squeezing together and down, a lot of tension, contraction at the bottom, coming back up. All right, so again, that's going to look like this if I do one or two at a time. Together. So again, we want to make sure to control our descent, actively pull ourselves into the range of motion, whatever that may be for you, and also to have that idea of tension. We're compressing a little bit of internal compression of both knees. That's going to ensure that we're activating all the muscles in our leg. Now, there's two ways that you can do lunges. If you want more quad activation, then it's going to be knees farther out, upper body upright. That is going to be a little bit more quad. Okay, but if you want more glute, it's going to be the hip. So that's going to look like this. See, my hip is now farther back. It's not my knees over the toes as much, but it's my hip back, and then my upper body is a little lower. Okay, so my upper body angle kind of matches the shin angle. So again, if you want quads, it's going to be knee over the toes, upright torso. If you want glute, it's going to be hips back, a bit of a lower torso angle. So that gives you a well-rounded lunge class on how to make sure to activate the muscles in your legs to get the most out of the lunge.